Good morning and welcome to today's episode of That BS podcast. This is the safe space where we are re engineering belief systems to successfully transform life's obstacles to opportunities. And today we have another affirmation: humility opens up great opportunities. Humility opens up great opportunities for me. And before I forget, I am working to build up my YouTube channel. So please go to my YouTube channel at the BS Boss. Like today's video, like several, right? Like several of the videos. Share with your friends and loved ones, those that you know need a word of encouragement and uplift, and subscribe to my channel, and you'll get to see a little bell that and select all so that anytime I upload new content or video, you will be notified. So I am grateful that you are here. Let's jump in. Humility opens up great opportunities for me. This is our affirmation for today. I know that opportunities are on the horizon and I am destined for greatness, but I believe it is crucial to wait my turn. Let me run that back. I know that opportunities are on the horizon and I am destined for greatness, but I believe it is crucial to wait my turn. Even though I am aware of my worth, I choose to respond with humility, understanding that it is the very quality that often paves the way for the most significant opportunities. When I am humble, others notice. This approach convinces others that I take success in stride. My actions reflect my spirit. At the office or in professional spaces, my poise and self-confidence sparks curiosity. Hmm? My superiors or those that I am desiring to do business with give me unique opportunities, and my silent confidence allows me to self-promote without saying a word. My mission in the office or in my entrepreneurial pursuits is to let my work do the talking. I produce quality work or products or services without the need necessarily for grandiose self promotion. We're going to dig into that a little bit. This approach not only allows me to remain humble, but also empowers me with confidence that my work's impact will be felt more profoundly this way. My humility allows me to acknowledge, wait for it, my shortcomings. When I am direct and honest about my weaknesses, I have the opportunity to learn new things. The chance to increase my skill set is very valuable to me. Today, right now, I reaffirm my commitment to humility. I pledge to continue walking the path to greatness, knowing that opportunities will keep finding their way to me. Come on now. I am living proof that humility is indeed the key to success, and I hope to inspire others with my journey. This is good stuff this morning. And the humility that we're affirming for ourselves today is not false humility. Now, what does false humility mean? Meaning meek, doormatish, when I talked about the self promotion and how we're going to dig into that a little bit more, it's not saying that we don't promote ourselves, but we don't lie about our skill set. We recognize the skills, the gifts, the talents, the greatness of who we are and all that we bring to the table, honey. Not just bring to the table, we know that we have the skill set, the capacity and capability to bring the table, the chairs, the tablecloth, the place settings, everything that's necessary. We know what we bring. So, moving in humility means we have a quiet confidence because we know what we bring to the table, because we know who we are, because we know whose we are. We can move in spaces with a level of confidence that we don't have to walk around beating ourselves on the chest, that kind of self promotion. Because we know today, in order to get a job, it requires an application. In most instances, it requires a resume, right? And what is a resume or a CV or an application? That resume, that application is asking the employer, the business, even somebody that we're trying to do business to business with, they are seeking to see what our skills are, what it is that we have to offer them to make them better. They also want to see our track record. Where have we been? What other spaces have we been in? And have we left those spaces and those people better when we left than how we found them? As I mentioned before, I have 36 years of federal experience, and most of those decades have been in a professional capacity as a supervisor, as a manager, as a hiring official. I have lost count of the number of people I have interviewed, the number of resumes that I have reviewed, and so on and so forth, and the number of job announcements, quite honestly, that I have filled over those decades. And I have to tell you that the only way we get to see you, so this is the professional application here, right? You know, I like to do a personal application and a professional application. So here's the professional application. So a resume is the only way we get to see you for the first time. That piece of paper will make the determination as to whether or not we go another step and make the telephone call to have you come in for an interview. What does that mean? Ooh, I'm having a hot flash. Honey, this midlife is something else. But anyway, um, this piece of paper, this resume is the first opportunity we get to see you, who you are, what skills you bring to the table, how many places have you worked, even how you write it and structure your resume is telling us a story about yourself. Are you clear and concise? Are you sharing your accomplishments? Are you speaking positively about the impacts that you made and the organization in general? And based on what's on that piece of paper, right? That lets me know whether or not I want to take the next step and have you come in for an interview. That interview process is to see, first and foremost, did you lie about your skill set, right? Did you aggrandize yourself? Or better yet, did you have somebody else write your resume for you because you really aren't able to connect the dots in person, which is a clear indicator that your resume is fabricated. But because that resume, that application is the first opportunity to either open the door for you or close the door to this opportunity, it's important for you to share your greatness. It is important. If there's ever a time to overshare, it is on that resume, right? So that is the professional application of how humility opens up great opportunities. On a personal front, how what that looks like in terms of humility opening up great opportunities for you is in the dating scene, all right? In relationships in general, but I'm going to talk about dating because I'm single, right? Single in midlife. So on the dating scene, you have to know who you are at the core and essence of your being and know that you are freaking incredible. If nobody told you, I'm telling you, you are amazing. You are a rock star. And I say that because I know God doesn't make junk, right? I know you're incredible and you bring a lot to the table. But you have to know that so that when someone who doesn't recognize all of your greatness comes along, doesn't appreciate all of your greatness, then that is an indicator that that is not the person for you. Because your life partner should be someone who recognizes your value. And when I talk value, I'm not talking merely, because it's important, a paycheck. I'm not talking merely financially. What about character? What about kindness? What about service? If this is someone who you see does outreach in the community or helps others, then that's someone who has a demonstrated ability to help and be there for you. If you don't demonstrate that you are supportive, a supportive individual, right? That's also an indicator that of who you are and what you bring or don't bring to the table, right? You got to know who you are. Oftentimes when we find ourselves in relationships that are unhealthy or abusive is because at some point we have lost sight of who we are. We have lost sight of what it is that we bring to the table. And talking about what we bring, everybody is not for everybody, right? Your greatness is not for everybody. You're not everybody's cup of tea. I have a dear friend of mine, and he says that quite often, that he knows he's not everybody's cup of tea. And you got to know that, right? All of us don't shop at Walmart. Everybody doesn't shop at Walmart. Everybody doesn't shop at Target. Everybody doesn't shop um, at any store. Down here, we have Publix, we have Winn-Dixie, we have Sprouts, we have Whole Foods, right? Not everybody shops at all of those stores. People like what they like, and that's okay. But know who you are and what you offer. Those stores are all unique in what it is that they offer. They sell some of the same things in some instances. Whole Foods, maybe not so much, but they sell some of the same things. Sprouts is known for its fresh produce that is locally sourced. They make sure they only get vegetables and produce in within a short mile radius so that we know that these fruits and vegetables are the freshest they can possibly be with as few pesticides as possible. So if that's important to you, Sprouts is where you go, right? But for somebody else who doesn't care and they want to pay the lowest of the lowest prices, then they may go to a Walmart superstore, right, and get their produce. It doesn't make anybody right or wrong from where they go to, right? But they recognize which store offers what it is they want. And the same goes for you in relationships. Know who you are. Know what you have to offer, know what you're looking for, and your person will recognize you, and you will in turn recognize your person. How about that? Humility opens up opportunity, not false humility, not doormat humility, not Millie Mouse or Minnie Mouse humility and shrinking in yourself. Don't shrink, honey. Don't shrink. Show up in all of your glory and greatness, but move with a quiet confidence. Because even in business, we have to advertise, we have to market. Even when we want a job, we got to put in the resume. So that is an element of self promotion, but we do it in a strong and confident way, knowing all that we have to offer and bring to the table. All right, that gets us to our proverb and pearl for today. Proverbs 22 and 4. Respect the Lord and be humble. Then you will have wealth, honor, and true life. Wealth, honor, and true life. A question for us to ponder today is, when have I had to speak up about my qualifications? And did I shrink or did I stand in confidence? If you answer that question that you shrunk down, write down some lessons learned on how next time you will show up in your fullness, in your greatness, in all that you've been designed to show up. Now that's BS that will successfully transform life's obstacles into opportunities. I hope you have an amazing day, showing up in all your greatness and confident quietness, because that's who you are. You are freaking incredible. If nobody told you, Dr. Lisa told you today. Have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you next episode.